Bob, what just happened against the Tigers?
I don't know. That was a face plant of epic proportions. I don't know what to say about the offense anymore. You got help at the deadline with Rosarena. You got Victor Robles, who's been a huge addition. Justin Turner has chipped in. They went flat. They went dead. I don't. What do you even say at this point? You got 40 games left in the season. The offense has been dreadful for the majority of the season, and the previous season, and the previous season to that. So, we're playing the same song each and every day. The sad part is really what the rotation is doing, with the exception of George Kirby, who had an epically bad night. Your 4 and 5 went out there and pitched like aces in any other rotation. Brian Wu and Bryce Miller were ridiculous, and they deserve better. And yeah, the bullpen didn't do their job, but it's hard to get mad at the bullpen when your offense is just gone dead. You had one hit in this game, one run that was a gift on a boatload of walks to open the game. It's dreadful. I'm not sure what the answer is, how you fix it, but if they have any hope of reaching the postseason, they better get something figured out.
What do you make of the M's playing so well against teams like the Mets and Phillies, yet struggling against the Tigers and Angels?
Yeah, that's a hard one because you could go, well, the Phillies and the Mets were at home, and we know the Mariners are a better home team than they are on the road, but the Angels swept them. The Angels took 3 of 4 from them. They took 3 of 4 before the trade deadline, the All-Star break, excuse me, and then right after the All-Star break, they get swept by them. So you got home, you got road. It's hard to say. I mean, Cal Raleigh had the comment about the energy level in the first series with the Tigers not being where it was for the Phillies that came in previous to that. I can't imagine that's still a problem, that they're taking any team lightly. They're just not good enough to take any team lightly. I don't care if it's the Tigers, the Angels, the Marlins, the Nationals, all teams they've lost series to, by the way. You're just not good enough to take any team lightly. So if the energy level is down against those opponents, yet it's up for teams like the Mets or the Phillies, that's Scott. I love Scott's service. I think he takes a lot of heat for things that are really not his responsibility. But if your team's energy level is fluctuating, I put that on the manager.
Is Julio playing through his ankle injury the right call?
It didn't look like it last night, even though he came up with a hit, a little flare into left field. He battled through the pain. I assume they are in constant contact with their medical team. They're not going to risk a guy that you've built your franchise around, you've committed to for over a decade in terms of a contract. He is your superstar. So, if this is going to be how it goes, where even him getting out of the way of a pitch inside is going to cause him to re-aggravate this thing, he probably needs more time. I mean, as much as you need his bat desperately in this lineup, you got to think about the big picture with him and hope that the rest of this lineup can get it done in his absence, because he's got to get that thing as close to 100% as possible if you do make it into the postseason.
Well, Houston's won 8 straight. We have a problem, don't we?
You were aching to say that. Yeah, you got a big problem because they've won 8 straight, and now they're set to face the White Sox, who waved the white flag long ago. That is the worst team in baseball by a long shot, and just the perfect team for the Astros to keep their streak going. You're now 3 games back in the division. This is a division you had a 10-game lead at one point. You were up by 10 games, and you now trail by 3. It is just, it's unreal that they've gotten to this point. But yes, you are facing the Pirates. You're facing Paul Skeens. And they are facing the White Sox. Their road is much easier. I don't know what the answer is. They don't know what the answer is. That's clear. But you better figure something out before that hole gets way too deep to dig out of.